Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading for September 22nd to the 30th. This is for Virgo, Virgo rising, and Virgo moon. And we're going to jump right into it, Virgo. This is a really big week. We kick it off right off the bat, Sunday, September 22nd, the Equinox. Happy fall. Happy spring in the Southern Hemisphere. We are here. Big changes with every equinox. But we're also kicking off Libra season on that same day. So Libra season is, you're just going to feel big shifts right off the bat. And there could be a lot of focus on finances, money, income, assets, things that you value. I mean, Libra, it rules your second house, as I mentioned in your last week's reading. There could also be, because it is Libra season, a lot of focus on partnerships and relationships, particularly for you, Virgo, because remember, you just had an eclipse in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships, and you still have Neptune and Saturn there. So there could be some adjustments here. There could also be just a focus on partnerships, whether it's career, whether it's work, whether it's home, whether it's family, whether it's romance. There may be some adjusting in the way that you like in a partnership or relationship, or the way that you see one, because remember, the South Node is in Libra still. So there is something like you're ready to leave behind. But again, big focus for you. Second house is also self-worth. It's self-value. It brings in that confidence. So there's a lot of work that you're doing too with on yourself. So really big week, absolutely big week with the fact that we are moving into Libra season, South Node in Libra. So with Libra season, Libra is the scale. So it really is all about that balance. Okay. Is there anything that has tipped your scale? Is there anything that you need to do to feel more harmonized? All right. Even balance, right? Like that balance that Libra is known for, or even rebalance. There could be something here. Just keep it in mind that you may be weighing options or even decisions. This is a big equinox because it is between two eclipses. Don't forget, we have that new moon solar eclipse next week in Libra in your second house. Money, finances, salary, assets, values, the things that you value, self-worth, self-value as well. Now, Mercury, as you can see, your ruler is moving into Libra as well. We'll talk about that later, but it could bring that harmony that you're seeking. Mercury, logic, thinking, processing things, intellect, but also communication, conversations. So there could be that you having a lot of conversations, maybe even thinking about things of like what will bring me that sense of justice that I'm seeking, or that harmony and that peace, smoothing things out. Okay. Just kind of like a bed, just like smoothing out the wrinkles here, aiming for symmetry, aiming for that balance, and internally, like mind, body, spirit, all of it. Right. So keep that in mind. Definitely be communicative, and I feel like you will. And the reason I say that is because you see that Venus is going to square Pluto. That just like it. Just think there may be a little bit of intensity with love and relationships, maybe even money. But then Venus moves into Scorpio like that same day, and we're talking. All of this is on September 22nd. If you saw your monthly forecast, I did say Venus in Scorpio is very like spicy. It's edgy. It brings that intensity. It reminds me of that scene in Twilight. I forget which one it was, but when Kristen Stewart cut herself on that envelope, she was opening an envelope, and then all those really hot, sexy vampires are just like, that's Venus and Scorpio. Okay. It's very, very like, I want it. I want this. I love it. I'm going to have it. I'm definitely going to have this. So think like seduction and passion. Those are really heightened with Venus and Scorpio. Even like lower energy frequencies, like jealousy is a big thing. Secrets. Remember Pluto, that rules Scorpio. So, Scorpio rules the eighth house. So it's all, the underworld, like things coming to light. All right. It could be very telenova-ish this week, but it honestly could also be just like within you. Like there are things that you don't want to, conceal anymore. So just keep that in mind. Just know there may be a focus on love and money here. Now, here's the other thing is Venus and Scorpio, that rules your third house. Scorpio rules your third house. So you see the connection that's happening here. You've got Libra season. You've in Mercury, your ruling planet, the planet of communication in Libra, but then you also have Venus and Scorpio in your third house, which is ruled by Mercury and is communication. So communication is going to be really strong for you. You could have some really big, important conversations. And also remember, it's intellect, it's thinking. It's like that quick-witted, very curious energy as well. So just keep that in mind. Very creative energy as well. Okay. You could have a huge investment or huge focus on investments too around this time. And that can be love or money. Okay. Just what you've invested in. Just remember Mars is in Cancer as well. I talked about this in your monthly forecast. Remember, Cancer is the crab, has the pinchers. Scorpio has, is a scorpion, has a stinger. So, emotions can be a little bit heightened around this time. It can be like touchy feely ish, especially with friendships around this time, groups you belong to, organizations you belong to. As I always say, just remember to stay cool, handle things with grace, be frosty. You're going to be fine. All right. Any actions you take, I mean, it's all, you do it to, raise your frequency. Now, you will see, speaking of Mercury pretty much like this week belongs to Mercury. All right. Mercury is very active. Venus may be moving into Scorpio, but it doesn't really make its first aspect until like October, the first week of October, which we'll talk about in October. But Mercury, Hermes, that, Olympic god, basically has a megaphone this week. So I want you to pay attention because this is a planet of communication, commerce, intellect, thinking, learning new things. Like I said, curiosity, new knowledge in something. Short distance travel could be, a big matter for you. And maybe even planning some travel could, especially with siblings as well. Venus and Scorpio, third house is also siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors. So those could be themes around this time for the next few weeks. Especially this week as well. With Mercury and Libra, by the way, that really is, Mercury just left your sign, right? To move into Libra. Mercury does really well in your sign. But Mercury and Libra is also, it's great. It's just making sense of everything through this lens of balance and harmony and peace and justice and diplomacy. So keep that in mind. All right. Now, Tuesday, September 24th, Mercury will then trine Uranus. So this is special. This is really great. This is that breakthrough energy with Uranus that Uranus brings. Surprising news around this time, especially because it's, trining Mercury, the planet of communication, the messenger, right? So definitely pay attention to what may come through around this time. This could also be a breakthrough that you have in communication, maybe a conversation that you have to have. Now, September 25th, a day after, this is Wednesday, Mercury will oppose Neptune. So that's when you see a little bit of that, like, Mercury is known as a trickster. So you see that side of him because he is, opposing Neptune here. And with this type of aspect, it brings those low frequencies of like illusion, delusion, confusion. And it may have to do with a partnership or a relationship here. Maybe there's something involved with money here. Okay. Or your sense of worth. Like I deserve better. I'm worth more than this. Just remember, with Neptune bringing these low frequency energies, can bring that fog. And I think I said this in your monthly forecast. Cut through that fog. Sometimes you need this fog to know your truth. Okay, so this is, could be like a reality check moment. And I know it's not on the whiteboard because I just didn't have any room. And you see all the little asterisks for the best aspects of the week, by the way. Now, the same day on the 25th, Mercury will trine Pluto. So this is major. This is big. This could have to do with a conversation or a feeling or just some circumstance that has to do with like something that brings you a lot of joy and pleasure, because remember, Pluto has moved back into Capricorn in your fifth house of joy and pleasure and family, children could be a big thing. All right. Something about your kids around this time. If you have kids, if not, maybe you're a teacher. The other thing is it is creativity here. So big creative moment for you, striking gold in terms of, creative thoughts. And fifth house is also procreation, recreation. Think of the word create, create something here, right? So creativity, like I love this. Mercury trine Pluto is so great for you. You could have, again, big conversation. There could be something that is coming to the surface around this time, but this is just powerful. Definitely communicate, have conversations that you need to have. Just remember, it is happening the same day that Mercury is opposite Neptune. Now, Sunday, September 29th, Mars will trine Saturn. This is a really big deal. Mars trining Saturn, the two malefic planets getting together to actually do something great for you. I mean, come on. This is like really, really, really great. Mars trining Saturn, by the way, again, something here with partnerships, relationships. Remember Saturn being in Pisces in that area of, your chart, and then Mars in Cancer, your 11th house. So maybe even friends or group, like I said, group that you belong to. But whatever happens here, you have a full tank. This is Mars trine Saturn. Trines are so auspicious. This is you ready to take on the universe. So any action that you take around this time has this potential for long-term activity. So it could be, it could, some examples, like it could be a friend turns out to be more than a friend, right? It could be that maybe a friend introduces you to that business partner that you were seeking, or, maybe there's like an organization you belong to that introduces you to like the one, or there's just something here. Please, please, please plant seeds around this time and communicate. That's going to be really important for you this week. Now, lastly, we end the month on the 30th. This is September 30th, the Sun conjuncting Mercury. So this is great. We have this Mercury Cazimi that's happening in Libra. Again, something that's going to bring this shift in terms of balance, you having this sense of clarity. This is, the Sun conjunct Mercury. So we have this a couple times a year. It brings that any clarity that you've been seeking, especially with it being in Libra, like any justice or fairness or, balancing your scales. Like this is it. This is when everything comes together. This is a big reset, refresh. Remember that Libra is still sitting on the South Node. So there could be something here where you're just letting something go to. That's brings this level of like sparks. It's really nice. So I love the way that we're ending the month with a Mercury Cazimi. Again, Mercury is your ruling planet, so you may find this to be very profound. Okay, so Virgo, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you for September 22nd to the 30th. Again, for Virgo rising, and Virgo moon. Okay, Virgo. I do a traditional cult across spread. It offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, that we will. Secondly, I love y'all. Thanks so much for being here. I am, y'all are amazing. I'm still recovering. I think I mentioned that in my live stream. So I'm almost there. I'm near the finish line. I'm very excited to get there. Virgo, how are y'all doing though? Y'all just came out of the big old birthday season. All right. You just had, the new lunar nodes are shifting into your sign. Anyway, let's get started. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. Look at you, Virgo. Look at you. It does seem like there is a bit of, let's see what's going on. It does seem like a little bit of, you might be thinking a lot this week, like I said, with Mercury being very active. Oh, let's see what's going on. You might make a big decision, but some of y'all just may be like, okay, I'm good. All right. Now you got the Four Cups, which is in your recent past. So there could be something that didn't happen that you really wanted. There could be something that was just not making you happy. I mean, this is a card of like emotional discontent. Okay. This card is highly associated with like apathy and boredom. So there could have been something that you're just like, But when you look at your entire spread here, it just may be something that you realize. Okay. And that's the great thing about this, is that you realize there is something that is missing and you're like, okay, I need to raise my frequency. I need to take that time out to really discover what it is, because you do have the Four of Swords in the heart of your spread. All right. So it really is, you got these two fours next to each other. Four really is about putting things into order. That really is what it's saying here. The Four of Swords is really great. It actually is a Libra card. So there you go. There's something where it's having that stillness of mind, having that meditative moment, taking some time out for yourself to really understand, what do I want moving forward? Okay. Or, even coming into like knowing who you are, like I said, even spiritual awareness as well. Because that is going to activate like, okay, I get it. I know what I want moving forward, right? So take that time out. Just take some time out and you're going to be fine. Coming after the Four of Cups, yes, there could be something that you're just like, I'm not happy. And I'm going to change that with that Four of Swords. And then you have the Knight of Wands here in your challenge area. So yeah, there definitely can be something with a partnership, relationship. All right. So someone who could be a little, you may perceive them as not being, emotionally responsive in the way that you want. It could be someone who you're seeing that is like at, maturity level, maybe a little, you're just like, what is going, like, what, come on, what do you, so remember, this week is all about like seeing eye to eye and having communication and having conversations that bring that balance in your life, because it does seem like, with that Knight of Wands, the biggest energy that's coming up for me is that it does seem like there may be someone that's a little bit distant, all right, that you're questioning. Knight of Pentacles in your crown. I mean, you remember last week's reading, you did get the Knight of Pentacles. So I love that it moved into your main spread. It's in your crown now. So yeah, you're ready. You're ready for this, even commitment, this slow and steady. Like I said, slow and steady when it's a race. Long-term energy. Take advantage of Mars and trining Saturn. It really is going to be, remember, Saturn is in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. And so there is this steadiness that I really like. And remember, Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. You also got the King of Cups. Interesting. Remember, you got the King of Cups in the heart of your spread last week. So you see that it's just kind of like this progression that's happening from last week. It's now in the root of your spread. So it's like you have all that emotional, not only like emotional like maturity over like someone else, if there is, someone else, but there is also a sense of like responsibility. There's a sense of, Virgo's known for, service to others, taking care of others. And there is that sense of here that's showing up here, like you are the rock for others, and you feel that, and you feel emotionally balanced. So remember what I said from the beginning is it's all of it. Okay. Mind, body, spirit. So have that balance. Even in this card, you can even see, I'm going to show you something here. You can see the Knight resting, and you see the 3 swords pointing down. Look at where they're pointing down. The heart chakra, the throat chakra, the crown chakra. So keep that in mind. It's within as well. And then you have that 7 of Pentacles. So I think there is going to be some clarity brought up this week where a lot of y'all are going to have these moments of am I feeling that I'm gaining anything out of this? Remember I said investments may be something that is really strongly on your mind, whether it's another person, whether it's a job, whether it's career, whether it's money, or, your, relationship with wealth and money, whatever it is. You may be taking that moment to say, is this enough for me? Is this what I want? And if so, it's like, remember making those adjustments so you feel that balance, so you don't have to question it, right? So I'll clarify that. Oh gosh. And then you got Judgment. So it could be something that really brings a sense of like liberation. Like really, when you make that decision, it's going to feel so free for you. And Judgment is, we're coming so close to the end of the major arcana here, and you've got to have that spiritual awakening. You've got to have that aha moment, that clarity. And remember, you have a lot of great times to have that this week, especially on the 30th when the Sun conjunct Mercury. But you still, throughout the week, with Mercury in Libra. But anyway, this could be a big thing for you. This could be a big thing for you. Okay, so remember, it's all about self-expression too, with the fact that Pluto moved into Capricorn. So being able to express yourself in the way that you need to. But again, this is just like, yes, it's like, oh, I see the light. I get it. I know what I want. I'm going for it on my soul's journey. And this is having a really big spiritual experience, but also healing as well. So a lot of healing here when you consider the 4 of Swords, Judgment. It's all about sound. You see Archangel Gabriel in your future. Blowing the trumpet. Sound is frequency. Sound is healing. So this is really great. I like this. But it does seem like there is going to be a moment that you're going to have. And I'm not saying that you need to like end anything. That's up to you. Okay. That's up to you. I'm saying you might just have that moment of like, okay, I need to see what's best for me. And if I am in a good place, then I feel that maybe I've worked on something that, really hard, where now I know it's got legs. But again, whatever it is, you go with it. All right. You take that time out. Let's get to your stuff. Virgo. Wow, Virgo, y'all. This is it. This is a big week. I love it. Now let's if you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Let me know what is going on. What is going on with y'all? You got that big eclipse coming up next week. I mean, that's another one. That's another one. And I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. All right. So, and thank you so much for being patient with me. I'm still recovering. I think I mentioned that. I don't know, but y'all are amazing. Okay. Thanks so much. Yeah, you're going to be absolutely fine. Listen, it does seem like you are going to do a lot of like going within, healing, intuitive work, maybe even shadow work with the fact that Pluto did move back into Capricorn. So let's get started. And judgment is attributed to Pluto, by the way. And remember, Pluto is death and rebirth and transformation. Right? Now, you have the Eight of Wands. Not surprised. For some reason, I knew that was going to come out in your spread, but I just didn't know where. It's like, getting that energy. But anyway, Eight of Wands, really great for you. That's just, boom, let's do it. It seems like you want that. You feel this ambition, this sense of let's go. A lot of action in the movement in the Eight of Wands. Very nice. His card is actually a Mercury card. It's attributed to Mercury and Sagittarius. So for a lot of y'all, remember, home matters could still be a big theme for you. Parents, children, your actual home, real estate, maybe even ancestry, like all of that, all of those fourth house matters, and communicating in some way around that, having conversations around that. But this is just like, I'm ready for things to align for me. And you could feel that that's happening now. You could even intuitively feel, as long as you're in touch with your intuition and take that time out, feel that something that you want is about to land. Okay, something's about to happen for you. Now you also have Miss Nine of Pentacles in your external factors area, so very interesting. Just the number of cards from your last week's reading that is coming up. Okay, so yeah, and now she's in your external factors area. Really great. So it does seem like there is someone on your side that is going to make things happen for you. Remember, Mars trining Saturn is really good. It could also be someone that you are partnering up with, or there could be some work energy here. There could be someone who is, even like a family member. There's just something here that, obviously very feminine energy with the Nine of Pentacles. You even see the symbol of Venus all over her gown. So, I mean, love, money. I mean, if you're seeking it, it could be coming through you. I mean, it could be someone like really wealthy. But when I say wealthy, like spiritual wealth as well, someone who feels very enlightened. If you're seeking that, it may come through. Remember, this is a Virgo card as well. And it is just feminine energy here. All right. But this is strong. This is nice. Coming between the that's just great. Now you have the Six of Wands. Yeah, you're going to get it. Keep going. Keep going. This is victory. This is success, achievements. It seems like, and a lot of public recognition here. All right. So there could be something that you're seeking. You do have Jupiter and Gemini. Don't forget that. And that's good. That's nice. Okay. That's in your 10th house of career. You should be getting a lot of luck in career, good fortune, even abundance. You're going to feel more of that in the beginning of next year. Remember, Jupiter's in Gemini until 2025. But even still, this is just really, really great. So just, yes, keep going. Keep going. You got the High Priestess. So very interesting, because you don't have the High Priestess, by the way, is like all about intuition, all about trusting yourself, having faith in yourself. Also, that intuitive energy, really strong, connecting with it, being in touch with your higher self, your higher mind, listening to your inner voice. All of that comes with the High Priestess. Very, moon based. You see that. You see the sliver of the moon at her feet, even her headdress, the different phases of the moon. So intuition, emotions, being into, just knowing that you're protected here, and what's going to help you the most is that going within. This is a pretty big spiritual journey, and it's just so funny how last week I said that slow and steady wins a race. Like if you look at your entire spread, there is a sense of movement and also stillness. Now, when I say movement, it's in a slow and steady way. Some of y'all really want things to go faster, but again, slow and steady will win the race. Things are going to happen for you. But take that time out, with that Four of Swords. The Four of Swords, the King of Cups, Judgment, like with the High Priestess and your final outcome as well. Like, wow, that's just like going within, doing that deep dive, and that's going to make all the difference. You're going to see how everything just makes sense for you. So I love this. You're good. You're absolutely good. Just, be mindful of that Knight of Wands energy that I mentioned earlier. And thanks so much. Next week, Virgo, we will talk more about we do October. We do October next week. October is a big month. Whoa. We kick it off without eclipse. So anyway, we'll talk more about that next week. Thanks so much, Virgo. Y'all are amazing. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Y'all are amazing. All right. I will see you next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.